Hey guys, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World, and today's video is all about how to handle a bad review and what you can learn from Domino's and how they handled some pretty harsh criticism. So whether it's happened to you yet or not, as a business owner, knowing how to handle a bad review is imperative to keeping your reputation in check. With the plethora of online platforms for reviews, disgruntled clients can leave a really bad mark on your business in front of thousands of people with just a few strokes of a keyboard. So you have got to know how to deal with reviews in a way that shines a positive light on your business. Whether it's on Facebook, Google, Yelp, or any other platform, make sure that you're tracking everywhere and anywhere that someone could be leaving a review of your practice. It is hard to get a grip on a bad situation if you don't even know that there is one. So first things first, always reply to every single review, every one of them. Positive or negative, you need a reply. If it's positive, awesome. Say a big thank you, tell them how much you appreciate their loyalty to your establishment and how much you're looking forward to their next visit. But the negative is what we really want to focus on today. So when you come across that negative review, do not, I repeat, do not reply immediately. Give yourself some time. If you jump back into reply, you're probably going to be defensive, which does not look good. Or you're going to over apologize and sound like you really screwed up. Not so good either. So instead of flying off the handle, take a little time. Read the review, walk away. Mull it over, get some outside perspective. Overall, just take your time in constructing a reply because this should not be a simple act. It needs to be calculated. There's a few things to take into consideration in how to structure your reply to a bad review. Now remember, the customer is not always right. I don't care what the saying says. They're not always right, but neither are you. You have to be able to step out of your own ego and look at things that you may have done wrong. That's part of taking the time to construct a reply. Our ego is the first thing to jump out when we've been criticized, so we get defensive. But if we give ourselves time to be introspective, we can see where we may have fallen short and can come to a much more mature and professional realization about how to handle a situation for bad review. So here's the 5 parts to piece together a professional reply on a bad review. Number 1, admit that you screwed up and apologize. Now be honest with yourself. If you were running behind and got them started late, own up to it. If you double booked somehow, admit it. Owning up to your own mistakes or your own deficiency in some way is the first step in respecting and validating their stance and their feelings about the situation. Number 2, do not make excuses, but explain the situation. You don't want to wallow in a big story of whatever led to that crappy situation. No need to go on and on about how you had this family drama or whatever the case may be. That's not their concern, and it doesn't matter. You're the professional, and you are expected to act like it. And you're supposed to leave that personal stuff at the door, even though we all know that sometimes that is just not possible. But simply state that yes, you screwed up, and here's why. If you double booked, it may have been a technical glitch or issue, or you may have just forgot to put something in your schedule. Say so. When you can be adult enough to admit when you've screwed up and not make excuses, but just explain the facts of what happened, you'll be taken so much more seriously. Number 3, commit to improving. You always want to show that you will learn from this situation and grow as a professional. You may even be specific. If you double booked, you can say that you're switching your scheduling system to a new platform to prevent anything like that from ever happening again in the future. When they can see that you're taking the initiative to not only remedy what happened with them, but then prevent it from happening to them again or to anyone else, they're going to trust that you really do care about the client experience and you're committed to taking criticism to heart and learning from it and improving your business to better suit your clients. Number 4, don't be defensive, but call out BS when needed. Now, let's get one thing straight here. If the bad review is BS, call it out. I see all the time therapists saying they've had bad reviews left by people who never even came to their business. I had that happen myself. Some random person found my business Facebook page and left a 1-star review because she disagreed with something I had said in a comment on a random post from somebody that it had nothing to do with my business, but she was apparently mad. So thankfully I reported that to Facebook saying that the person had never done business with me. They took it down so it didn't hurt my review rating, thank God. Now, if it's a different situation where the person is just one of those that cannot be pleased by anyone or anything, like the client who gets mad that you don't give them a discount just because of their awesomeness, at least in their mind, or the client who is upset that you cut their time short despite them being 20 minutes late to their appointment. Well, call them out on it. Don't be an ass, obviously. You still have to be professional, but you can state the facts very clearly. So agree that, yes, you cut their time short because they arrived late and you had another client right after them. It wouldn't be fair to that client or the one after if you had to put everybody 20 minutes behind just because they couldn't show up on time. Again, state these things professionally, but don't be afraid to call out some BS when you see it. Number 5, invite them back or offer some sort of compensation. So lastly, if you want the client back, if you're really trying to remedy the situation, ask them to come back and give you another try. You may even offer a discount or a completely free session, depending on how bad you screwed up. So when you express that you want to show them that you've learned from this situation and you've improved things based on what they've told you, they're going to feel validated and like you really, truly do care about pleasing your clients. And the people who read these things are going to as well. Then, once you've gotten them back in and you've wowed them and you've remedied the whole thing, ask them to go back in and update their review with the most recent experience. When people read their initial complaint, read your reply to it, and then see that they did take you up on it, went back, and were then pleased with everything, your great reputation is really solidified. So let's look at Domino's for a quick second. Domino's wasn't exactly known for having good pizza for a very long time, but they rebranded in the sense of their core mission and revamped their recipes and everything to make it better. And it was. So take a look at this commercial they ran. I think this was back in 2009 or sometime around there. But take a look at how they portrayed their own screw up and how they won their customers back.
Carlos was in a focus group and he said some unflattering things about Domino's Pizza.
Crust is a little too rubbery.
We're bringing him the new and improved pizza. Carlos!
Low quality and forgettable.
Saul?
I didn't know you were listening.
Domino's Pizza should start over.
She has no idea we're coming. Adrienne?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I mean, if it's not great, tell me.
I'm eating my words.
I'm back. I'm in.
The critics have spoken. Now it's your turn. Try 2 medium, 2 topping inspired new pizzas for just $5.99 each.
You can see how they owned up to their own mistakes, learned from them, grew, and made things better. And in the process, convinced a lot of not-so-happy customers to come back and try them again. They even made it part of this big turnaround marketing campaign that they were doing. We can take some notes from them and apply it even to our small practice and a not-so-great Yelp review or something. Now, let's talk for just a quick second about preventing bad reviews. So a bad experience for a client should be caught before they leave and have the ability to leave that bad review. So pay attention to how the client is acting before they leave. Their verbal and nonverbal cues can tell you a lot about what's going on in their head, and you can ask some questions and make sure they really were pleased with everything. And for the love of all that is holy, please explain your policies and procedures when they book an appointment. And no, even with online booking, some people do not pay attention to all the stuff that you email to them, like the fact that they need to come 15 minutes before their appointment time, or there will be paperwork to fill out, those sorts of things. So be sure that you're spelling this stuff out for them several times in big, bold stuff, no fine print. Maybe even, working an extra few minutes for all of your new clients in your schedule in case someone doesn't know this their first visit with you. Remember, clients can't read your mind and they may not know how this stuff works, so you have to spell it out for them. We tend to have this curse of knowledge, like everyone knows to show up a little bit early to fill out paperwork their first visit, or that if they're getting a Thai massage, they need to wear comfortable, movable clothing, or whatever the case may be for your practice. But you have to think of things from this outside perspective and adjust accordingly. So I hope this gives you some insight into how to handle a bad review. And if you've had one of those recently and you're struggling with how to reply, let me know in the comments and I will help you apply these 5 concepts into your response. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, check us out at mymassageworld.com, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay tuned for more videos.